Good day, my name is Mellor. I'm an attorney here in Riverside, California. I have a number of clients in Grand Terrace facing financial difficulties in these economic times. I thought it helpful to produce a video to describe some of the differences if you're contemplating bankruptcy between a Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 filing in bankruptcy court. What are the differences? Well, some of the major differences are as follows. First, a Chapter 7 is a discharge of all your debt, whereas a Chapter 13 is a repayment program where you repay 10 to 90 cents on the dollar depending on what the trustee assigns and how much you make and what your debts are. But it's a repayment program where you're repaying a portion of that debt back to your creditors rather than having it discharged. The second distinction is also dependent upon those differences in that a Chapter 7 bankruptcy is discharged within 90 to 120 days after filing, whereas a Chapter 13 takes 3 to 5 years to receive a discharge from the bankruptcy court because you're repaying a portion of that debt back over a 3 to 5 year period. The third distinction I think that's important to make is that you have to qualify for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Not everybody qualifies for that, so how do you qualify for that? You have to pass something called the means test. The means test determines what your income is, yearly annual income, and then compares that to what the California statutory median income is. If you fall above the California statutory median income after we account for deductions and dependents, then Chapter 7 is unavailable to you. You have to fall below the California median income, which is statutorily provided for, and then you can file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy to get a complete discharge of all your debt. And finally, I think one important point in distinction between them is that of lien stripping. Lien stripping is only available in a Chapter 13. It's not available with a Chapter 7 filing. So if you're looking to disgorge the second mortgage from your house, because doing so would give an infusion of capital and equity back into your property, then you need to consider the Chapter 13 process. I've had a number of clients come into my office, file a Chapter 7, and then come to me and say, well, how do we do the lien stripping process? Unfortunately, they went to one of those outfits that advertises for $2.99 on the billboards, and it was done by a paralegal, or they had their realtor do it, or some ridiculous thing like that. And they've foreclosed themselves out of the lien stripping process. So don't make that same mistake. Go see an attorney. If you'd like to speak about your particular situation, feel free to call my office and set up an appointment over the telephone or come in and meet with me. I'd be happy to discuss that with you.